It's a long, hard road from Cheyenne town, where the nights get cold when the sun goes down. I've been riding fences, drinking dreams, chasing ghosts through old moonbeams. My hat's worn thin, my boots near broke, a life of dust and drifting smoke. But every mile and scar I've earned led me home to where your candle burned. Amanda, light of the prairie moon, you're the calm in my wild tune. I've been lost in a life of sin, but your love pulled me back again. Amanda, sweet and true, all I need, all I am is you. There's whiskey stains on my old guitar, and the songs I've sung won't heal the scars. The years roll by like tumbleweed, leaving only what my heart can't feed. But your voice still calls across the wind, soft as the prayer I hold within. And every time the darkness falls, I hear your name in the canyon walls. Amanda, light of the prairie moon, you're the calm in my wild tune. I've been lost in a life of sin, but your love pulled me back again. Amanda, sweet and true, all I need, all I am is you. You know, a man can ride 1,000 miles looking for peace, but sometimes peace is just a porch light blowing back home. Now the trail's behind, the fire burns low, the wind hums soft where the sagebrush grows. In your eyes I see my rest, the wandering ends where I am blessed. Amanda, angel of the West, you've given my weary soul its rest. No gold, no fame, no neon sign could ever shine like your hand in mine. Stay with me tonight as the stars ride high and the world feels right. Now I'll lay down my hat and gun. The day is done, the race is run. Amanda, forever mine, under that sweet western sky divine.
Riding in from the edge of nowhere, dust on my coat, sun in my stead. No name to speak, no tale to tell, just a shadow that rides through hell. The town don't know what I came for, but the devil's keeping score. And in my hand this iron cold deals in death and hearts of gold. For a fistful of dollars I'll ride through the dust where the dead men lie. One shot, one breath, one sin, one sigh, under the heat of the western sky. For a fistful of dreams I'm bound to the ghosts of a lawless town, where right and wrong both wear a crown, and no one leaves the battleground. The streets are silent, the clock stands still, the wind hums low on the chapel hill. Eyes in the shadows, hearts of stone. Every man dies, but he dies alone. They whisper stories of the one who came. No flag, no badge, no family name, just smoke and thunder, dust and flame, and the look of a man who won't be tamed. For a fistful of dollars I'll ride through the dust where the dead men lie. One shot, one breath, one sin, one sigh, under the heat of the western sky. For a fistful of dreams I'm bound to the ghost of a lawless town, where every dollar's blood and bone, and no man rides that road alone. Showdown comes with the setting sun. The crowd holds breath till the deed is done. The smoke clears slow, the silence grows, and the legend walks where the cold wind blows. For a fistful of find, the trail goes on through the crimson sky, and the truth gets lost in time. The man with no name rides on once more, past the edge of the open door. For gold or justice, none can say, but he'll be gone by break of day. The sun came up on an empty road.
My heart's still heavy with the weight I owe. I've been driving west, I've been driving blind, chasing ghosts I left behind. The mountains rise like ancient hymns, their shadows cold where the daylight dims. And I whisper low to the desert wind, will I ever feel whole again? From Boulder to Birmingham, I ride through the dust and the damn. Every mile of memories flame, every sky still calls your name. If I could see you just once more, I'd trade my heart for what I swore. To love you till the stars grow dim. From Boulder down to Birmingham. The radio hums that lonesome tune, and I swear I hear your voice in June, in the scent of pine and the range refrain. You're everywhere and gone again. I see your face in the canyon's glow, the place we stood so long ago. And the wind still carries the vow we made before the sky turned gray with fade. From Boulder to Birmingham, I ride through the dust and the damn. Every mile of memories flame, every sky still calls your name. If I could see you just once more, I'd trade my soul like times before. To hold you where the night begins, from Boulder down to Birmingham. And now the road runs out where the mountains sleep, and the secrets here are mine to keep. The stars lean low, the moonlight's thin, I swear I feel your breath again. From Boulder to Birmingham, the night gives way to the dawn again. Every scar, every tear, every hymn leads me closer back to him. If heaven waits beyond this land, then I'll ride till I understand why love must fade like dust and sand. From Boulder down to Birmingham, now rest where your spirit roams, among the hills we once called home. And in that golden light I am, from Boulder to Birmingham.
The sun was high on the courthouse square. The crowd stood silent in the summer air. The preacher prayed, the town bell tolled, and I stood chained with a heart grown cold. They said I'd taken a rich man's son,
They swore I'd shot him with my gun, but love had led where law can't see, to the gallows of the hanging tree. Oh, the hanging tree stands tall and still, shadow deep on the lonesome hill, and the wind it cries so mournfully for the souls that swing from the hanging tree. She came at dusk in a dress of white. Her eyes were stars in the failing light. She whispered, "Run, they don't know true, for my heart belongs to you." But I could see the noose was near. The law was blind, but her love was clear. I kissed her hand, said, "Let it be. I'll face my fate at the hanging tree." Oh, the hanging tree stands tall and still, shadow deep on the lonesome hill, and the thunder rolls eternally where the storm broke o'er the hanging tree. Some say justice rides on wheels of gold, but out here it rides cold. The rope grew tight, the night turned red. I heard the last words the preacher said. May the Lord have mercy on your soul, as the prairie wind began to roll. But before I fell, I saw her there, with tears that shimmered in her hair, and she cried my name so desperately as I swung beneath the hanging tree. Oh, the hanging tree stands tall and still, shadow deep on the lonesome hill, and lovers lost will always be bound in shade of the hanging tree. Now they say when the moon turns pale, you can hear her cry through the canyon gale, and the wind will moan that ghostly plea for the one I love at the hanging tree. The West remembers, and so do I. He rides into town with dust on his boots, a grin on his face and a heart that's loose. He tips his hat to the ladies, a sparkle in his eye, and the townsfolk all wonder, where's he headed tonight? He's chased the sunset, he's chased the rain, through mountains, canyons, and the endless plain. With a rope in his hand and a song on his lips, every trail he rides is a cowboy's eclipse. What you gonna do with a cowboy wild and free? Riding the prairie, chasing destiny. You can't cage him, can't tie him down. He belongs to the dust, the open range, the town. He's wrestled bulls in rodeos, danced in honky-tonks, sipped whiskey by the campfire, sang to the river songs. He's fought the storms, he's fought the cold, but his heart stays warm. A cowboy bold, he'll rope the cattle in the fence, right through the canyon with no pretense. But at night he dreams by the lantern's glow of love that waits where the wild rivers flow. What you gonna do with a cowboy wild and free? Riding the prairie, chasing destiny. You can't cage him, can't tie him down. He belongs to the dust, the open range, the town. The coyotes call, the coyotes cry. He rides beneath the endless sky. No city lights, no streets of stone can claim the heart that calls the range its own. The moon reflects off the river wide, and the cowboy rides with the stars as guide. Every trail, every ridge, every mountain high holds a freedom he won't let die. So if you find him laughing, spinning tales at the bar, or riding through the meadow beneath the falling star, remember this cowboy won't ever stay. He lives for the trail, the sunset, the day. And if you love him, you better understand the cowboy's heart belongs to the land. A partner, a friend, a lover true, but the cowboy's soul will always roam through. What you gonna do with a cowboy wild and free? Riding the prairie, chasing destiny. You can't cage him, can't tie him down. He belongs to the dust, the open range, the town. So tip your hat and watch him ride away. The cowboy's life is the cowboy's way. Through valleys, mountains, and the skies above, he'll chase his freedom and live for love. Couple of boys from the hills, fast on the ride, racing down the back roads with the law close by. Their car shines bright, the General Lee, kicking up dust and a little mischief spree. They tip their hats to the ladies they meet, a grin on their face, and boots dusty and beat. They're jokers, rebels, but hearts are true, living the western life like only good old boys do. We're just good old boys, never meaning no harm, riding the hills, the rivers, the farms, through trouble and laugh, the fast cars in the sun. The western life's a story and we just begun. Moonlight on the canyon, stars shining bright. They dodge the sheriff's orders under cover of night. The horses may tire, but the tires spin fast, chasing freedom and adventure, making each moment last. Through towns and meadows, past rivers wide, they carry their courage, their honor, their pride, pranks and laughter and may chase, but these boys live life at a reckless pace. Every canyon, every trail, every secret glade is part of the legend that these boys have made. Through firestorms and moonlit nights, they ride the range and fight the fights, with laughter echoing across the land. The good old boys make their western stand. Through town festivals and summer fairs, they race the hills and climb the stairs, helping friends, pulling pranks, riding free, living a cowboy tale in harmony. When the sun sets low and the night draws near, they share a laugh and a heartfelt cheer. No riches, no fame, no golden floors, just the timeless life of good old boys. We're just good old boys, never meaning no harm, riding the hills, the rivers, the farm, through trouble and laughter, fast cars in the sun. The western life's a story and we just begun. So tip your hat to the hills and streams of boys who live in the cowboy dreams. Through every canyon, every dusty trail, the good old boys will forever prevail. On a dusty train ride west, I met a man with eyes so wise, a deck of cards in his hands and a tail behind his sighs. He said, son, I've traveled many trails through desert, storm and rain, but the secrets of the river, the road and life are found in the game. He tipped his hat and leaned close, voice low and slow. Every hand you're dealt, every friend you know, is part of the story, the journey you must take. So learn from the cards, the choices you make. You gotta know when to hold 'em, know when to fold, know when to walk away, and know when to be bold. Life's a deck of cards, the river bends and turns, a cowboy who learns wisely every lesson he earns. The sun beat down on the canyon walls, the train wheels clicked and sang. The gambler smiled knowingly, a lesson ready to hang. Don't gamble with your spirit, don't gamble with your heart, but sometimes you must take chances for a life set apart. He spoke of love, of loss, of friends who came and went, of nights beside the campfire and dollars that were spent. Every card a symbol, every hand a tale. The cowboy life is fleeting, the prairie winds prevail. You gotta know when to hold 'em, know when to fold, know when to walk away, and know when to be bold. Life's a deck of cards, the river bends and turns, the cowboy who learns wisely every lesson he earned. The gambler tapped his fingers on the table, worn and rough. Sometimes in the desert, sometimes the road is tough, but keep your eyes wide open, your wits and courage near, and every hand you're dealt will become perfectly clear. Through mesas, streams, and sagebrush wide, the cowboy learns the rules with the cards as guide. It's not the winning or losing, but the wisdom gained that makes the journey richer. By the time the train rolled into town, the gambler tipped his hat. Remember, son, the lesson, and you'll never fall flat. The cards are just a mirror of the choices you pursue, and every cowboy's journey is the hand that sees him through. I watched him disappear into the prairie haze, a shadow on the horizon in the sunset's blaze. And though I never saw him again, his words remain, a cowboy's guide to life, a gambler's lasting gain. You gotta know when to hold 'em, know when to fold, know when to walk away, and know when to be bold. Life's a deck of cards, the river bends and turns, a cowboy who learns wisely every lesson he earned. So when the stars shine brightly and the prairie winds call, remember the gambler's wisdom, standing proud and tall. Every trail, every canyon, every choice you claim is a hand in the cowboy's journey, a life within the game. Night falls heavy over the prairie town, and the neon lights glow softly as the sun goes down. I slide on to a stool at the corner bar, hoping the music will heal a heart gone far. The bartender nods, pours whiskey neat, while the hum of a jukebox plays a lonesome beat. Outside the wind howls through the cottonwood trees. Inside I sit quietly, lost in memories. Under the neon moon I sit alone, thinking of the love I used to own. The cowboy life is why the trails are long, but her memory lingers in every song. I remember dancing under stars so high, her laughter carried softly under the open sky. But love can be fleeting like a tumbleweed blown, and now I sit here all alone. The piano plays gently, the guitar hums low. Every note brings back the warmth I used to know. The cowboy trails are calling, but I cannot roam. My heart is tethered to the love that's gone. Under the neon moon I sit alone, thinking of the love I used to own. The cowboy life is why the trails are long, but her memory lingers in every song. Through canyons, rivers, and the endless plains, the memory of her flows through my veins. No fence, no law, no lawman's hand can free me from this longing across the land. The neon flickers softly, a beacon in the night, guiding lost cowboys through the sorrow and the fight. And though she's gone, I'll ride, I'll roam, but her memory will always bring me home. I sip my whiskey slowly, listen to the band, thinking of the night we walked hand in hand. The stars outside may vanish, the wind may call, but her love still lingers through it all. The cowboy life is lonely, but the trails are mine. And I ride beneath the neon moon, lost in time. Every note, every chord, every gentle tune, whispers of her love under the neon moon. Under the neon moon I sit alone, thinking of the love I used to own. The cowboy life is wide, the trails are long, but her memory lingers in every song. So when the neon lights shimmer and the bar is still, remember the cowboy heart and the love that will forever glow softly like a desert dune, guiding lost souls under the neon moon. You gotta have a fiddle in the band. Down in the heart of Texas, the honky-tonks all sway. Cowboys tip their hats and the fiddlers start to play. The beer flows like rivers, the laughter fills the night, and every cowboy's boots keep dancing to the light. I strolled into a bar, my hat pulled down low. The fiddle cried a welcome, the banjo struck a blow. The crowd began to cheer, the guitars began to hum, and I knew right then and there this night had just begun. If you're gonna play in Texas, you gotta have a fiddle in the band, a honky-tonk rhythm, and a cowboy to take your hand. The music drives the dancing, the laughter and the cheer. Play it loud, play it proud, 'cause Texas love is here. From Amarillo to Austin, the legends all will say, you can't feel the dance floor without a fiddler's sway. The steel guitars wail, the drums beat in time, and every note that's played feels like the perfect rhyme. Cowboy swings his partner, spins her across the floor. The fiddle cries a story, the banjo calls for more. Even the old ranchers tap their boots in delight as music paints the prairie and the stars shine bright. If you're gonna play in Texas, you gotta have a fiddle in the band, a honky-tonk rhythm, and a cowboy to take your hand. The music drives the dancing, the laughter and the cheer. Play it loud, play it proud, 'cause Texas love is here. The moon rises high above the desert and the plains. The music travels through the valleys, over rivers and the rains. Every cowboy knows, every outlaw too, a fiddler in the band will carry the night through. So gather round all neighbors, young and old, listen to the stories the fiddlers have told. Through laughter, love, and whiskey strong, Texas music carries hearts along. By midnight the floor is rocking, the night alive with sound. Cowboys spinning, girls laughing, boots kicking the ground. The fiddler takes a bow, the crowd shouts for more, and every soul in Texas feels the music to its core. No matter the trail, the canyon, the dusty sand, a fiddle in the band is the heartbeat of this land. So raise your glass, lift your voice, sing loud and grand, and let the music play with a fiddle in the band. If you're gonna play in Texas, you gotta have a fiddle in the band, a honky-tonk rhythm, and a cowboy to take your hand. The music drives the dancing, the laughter and the cheer. Play it loud, play it proud, 'cause Texas love is here. As the stars twinkle over the prairie wide, the fiddle sings a story and the cowboys glide. From dawn to dusk, the tradition will stand in Texas. You always need a fiddle in the band. on the floor. The piano's playing lively, the crowd's cheering for more. The bartender pours a whiskey neat, the jukebox hums a tune, and I feel the cowboy rhythm rising under the moon. The dance floor's full of lovers, the fiddle's wailing high, the steel guitar is crying under the starlit sky. I tip my hat, grab my partner and spin her round again, for I'm just a honky-tonk man riding the night's refrain. I'm a honky-tonk man riding every trail through the prairie, the mountains, the dust and the hail. I play my heart in every song, I dance with a band. Forever I'll be a honky-tonk man. The hours pass, the moon rides high, the night's alive with sound. Cowboys tapping boots and laughter echoing all around. The fiddle sings a story, the piano keeps the beat, and the scent of whiskey lingers with the music sweet. I've ridden dusty trails, faced storms and blazing sun, but the honky-tonk lights call me when the workday's done. Through heartbreak, love and freedom, my spirit always stands, for there's no life like a cowboy's in the honky-tonk lands. I'm a honky-tonk man, riding every trail through the prairie, the mountains, the dust and the hail. I play my heart in every song, I dance with a band. Forever I'll be a honky-tonk man. The piano hums a river, the fiddle wails a stream. The honky-tonk is magic, like a cowboy's dream. Every dance and every laugh, every story told, builds a legend of the night more precious than gold. Through stormy nights and sunlit days, the music never dies. The honky-tonk man keeps riding under Texas skies. From Amarillo to the Rio Grande, the cowboys call. The honky-tonk will always echo, and I'll answer it all. When the crowd thins out, the fire burns low, I tip my hat to the bartender and I quietly go. But tomorrow I'll return like the prairie winds again, for I'm forever bound to the honky-tonk man. I've chased the sunset, roamed the plains, faced love and lost, joys and pains. Yet through it all, the music's my plan, the life I chose as a honky-tonk man. I'm a honky-tonk man, riding every trail through the prairie, the mountains of dust and the hail. I play my heart in every song, I dance with the band. Forever I'll be a honky-tonk man. So when the neon lights shimmer and the fiddles play again, remember the cowboy heart of the honky-tonk man. Through the trails and the nights, across the western land, forever rides the music of the honky-tonk man.
I hear that train a-comin', rolling round the bend. Seems like it's been rolling since I can't remember when. I'm stuck inside this prison, these walls cold as stone, and the sound of that lonesome whistle chills me to the bone. I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. Now I sit here in my cell and wonder why the sunlight fades to shadow, the night grows long, and I hum to myself that old outlaw song. I hear the train a-comin' through the desert wind, a symbol of the freedom I'll never ride again. From Folsom to the Rio, through dust and flame, the outlaw's heart beats with guilt and shame. The warden walks by slowly, his boots echo loud, while the other men are whispering in the shrouded crowd. Some dream of women, some dream of gold, but me, I dream of freedom before I grow old. That whistle calls my memory back to younger days, to campfires, whiskey, and the cowboy ways. Before my hand turned steady, before my soul turned black, before the lawman found me and never looked back. I hear the train a-comin' through the desert wind, a symbol of the freedom I'll never ride again. From Folsom to the Rio, through dust and flame, the outlaw's heart beats with guilt and shame. Every night I hear that whistle cry, and I see the stars burning in the sky. The iron bars can't hold my dreams within. I still feel the trail dust on my skin, the echoes of my past right through the night, like the hoofbeats fading out of sight. A cowboy's sin, a gunman's fate, now freedom's gone. I learned too late. The preacher came on Sunday, said, son, you can repent, but I ain't sure my soul heaven sent. So I play my guitar when the night grows deep, singing songs for the ghosts who never sleep. And when I die, bury me on that hill, where I can hear that train whistling still. For the outlaw's heart, though chained and torn, will ride that midnight train forevermore. I hear the train a-comin' through the desert wind, a symbol of the freedom I'll never ride again. From Folsom to the Rio, through dust and flame, the outlaw's heart beats with guilt and shame. So if you ride past Folsom on a dusty day and hear a low guitar begin to play, remember the man who lost his way too soon, still singing by the light of that lonesome moon. Texas paints the sky in gold. The wheels start turning like a story retold. Got my hat pulled low and my boots worn thin. Ain't no place I'd rather be than on the road again. The highway hums beneath my song. Each mile reminds me where I belong. I've seen the towns, the rivers, the plains, and I'm chasing dreams through the wind and rain. On the road again, rolling with my friends, singing cowboy songs where the highway bends. Through the midnight smoke or the morning sun, on the road again. My life's never done. From Amarillo down to San Antone, I felt the freedom of riding alone. Met folks who live by the saddle and song, and they all say, keep moving on. Every dusty diner and neon sign tells a tale of the road that's mine. The world keeps turning, the wheels still spin. I find my peace in the state I'm in. On the road again, rolling with my friends, singing cowboy songs where the highway bends. Through the midnight smoke or the morning sun, on the road again. My life's never done. I've loved and lost along the trail, felt the wind through the desert gale. But when the stars start to shine so bright, I thank the Lord for another night. The radio hums a sweet refrain, and I feel that wanderlust again. Freedom's a road with no clear end, and I'll follow it till my soul can't mend. I've crossed the rivers, the valleys, the hills, heard the coyotes cry when the night stands still. Every mile's a story, every town's a tune, from the red dust dawn to the high plains moon. And when I'm gone, they'll say of me, he rode that road wild and free. No riches gained, but my spirit won, forever rolling beneath the sun. On the road again, rolling with my friends, singing cowboy songs where the highway bends. Through the midnight smoke or the morning sun, on the road again. My life's never done. So here's to the drifters, the dreamers, the kind who leave the past and the pain behind. May your wheels keep turning, your heart stay strong, forever on the road, riding with a song. I'm back in the saddle again, my friend, where the skies stretch wide and the trails don't end, where the campfire glows neath the starlit dome, and the open range feels just like home. Been too long in the towns of men, dreaming of the dust and the wind again. Now the mountains rise and the rivers bend, and I'm back in the saddle again. Back in the saddle where I belong, where the cowboy heart beats brave and strong, with the sun on my face and the wind for a friend. I'm back in the saddle again. The herd moves slow through the morning haze. The coyote cries where the long grass sways. The coffee's hot and the fire burns low. Another sunrise, another show. I tip my hat to the wide frontier. Every mile behind I hold dear. The dust on my boots, the rope in my hand. And this is the life I understand. Back in the saddle, where I belong, where the cowboy heart beats brave and strong. With the sun on my face and the wind for a friend, I'm back in the saddle again. There's peace out here in the quiet plains. No city lights, no crowd or trains. Just the whispering wind through the cottonwood trees, and the song of the west carried on the breeze. Days roll on like a river's bend. Every trail's a story without an end. The stars above guide my way at night, and my soul feels free in the fading light. Back in the saddle, where I belong, where the cowboy heart beats brave and strong. Through dust and rain, through loss and gain, I'm back in the saddle again. So I'll ride this range till my days are done, chasing the moon and riding the sun. Through the wild frontier I'll ride till then. I'm back in the saddle again. Yes, I'm back in the saddle again.
Out on the prairie when the dawn is near, the soft wind whispers and the range is clear. The cattle stir as the stars grow pale, and the rider hums that old sweet tale. Yippee-yi-oo, yippee-yi-hey, echoes drift where the wild herds play. He sings to calm the restless herd, each note a prayer, each hum a word. The coyotes cry from the distant hill, but the cowboy's song keeps the night so still. Yippee-yi-oo, yippee-yi-ay, carry me home with the break of day. Cattle call through the wide, wide plain, lonely song of the wind and rain echo deep in the canyon wall. Hear the cowboy's cattle call. There's dust on his boots, there's sun on his face. He rides through time with an easy grace. The stars above are his only guide in this endless sea where the wild hearts ride. Goes on forever wide. He dreams of home when the night grows cold, of stories his grandpa once told, of rivers wide and mesas high where cattle roam and eagles fly. Yippee-yi-oo, yippee-yi-ay, calling the herd from miles away. Cattle call through the golden dawn. Morning breaks and the dark is gone. With every cry, the wild return, as the campfire fades and the ember burns. So sing that song, lone cowboy heart, from dusk to dawn till the herds depart. For the west still breathes in that timeless call, the wind, the range, the soul of it all. Yippee-yi-oo, yippee-yi-ay, fade to the west at the close of day. In the year of 41, when the world was torn apart, the storm clouds gathered and war gripped every heart. Across the sea came thunder's roar, a monster made of iron and war. They called her the Bismarck, pride of the right, with guns that blazed and hull like night. She ruled the waves with iron might, and no man dared to test that fight. So we sail into the cold gray dawn, with courage to lean on. We'll ride the storm through shot and flame, till the sea forgets her name. Sink the Bismarck, let her fall, for freedom's call, we'll give it all. From Scapa Flow the orders came, find that ship and end her reign. The hood went down in a flash of flame, and the sea cried out her name. sank beneath the field. So we sail into the cold gray dawn with courage to lean on. We'll ride the storm through shot and flame till the sea forgets her name. Sink the Bismarck, break her chain, for peace must rise again. The sky went dark, the thunder roared, the deck was slick, the cannons roared. The North Atlantic took its toll, but fire burned in every soul. They found her there in the mist and rain, and the battle rose again. They hit her once, they hit her twice, and the sea took back her sacrifice. Now the storm lies still and wide, the waves their secret hide. We'll toast the brave who dared that day and the price they had to pay. Sink the Bismarck, the legend fades in ocean graves where heroes lay. Now sailors tell of the rolling tide of ghosts that ride where the brave men died, and the wind still sings that battle cry. Sink the Bismarck or die.